To all MSPs in the Scottish Parliament, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jordan Walker and I, like many others, have a great pride for Scotland. Our ancestry and history is renowned around the globe. I am lucky enough to be well travelled and have found that Scottish people are well received no matter which country I visit. My accent will be complimented and there is an instant trust between foreign borders which very few nations have. If our history has taught us anything, we will fight for our freedom and challenge the status quo. I am writing this from my perspective as part of Generation Z, because I believe the future of Scotland lies with the younger generation. Unfortunately, the world I see today makes me angry and fills me with a sense of disappointment. We are destroying our planet and in the process creating social and wealth divides. Why? For the greed of money. Yes, it all comes back to money. This letter will revolve around the financial stability of Scotland and its future, which also ties strongly with becoming a greener, more sustainable and potentially independent country. I believe if we fix the money, we can start rebuilding the planet the way the younger generation envision it, starting right here at home in Scotland. What I have learned over the past few years of self-studying macroeconomics is that we live in a world of constant monetary debasement and spiralling debt. The current global monetary system is not sustainable. It is built on trust between governments and citizens, which is deteriorating, as evidenced in recent inflation measures. I would like to highlight El Salvador here, which, like Scotland, is a small country with a population deeply affected by currency devaluation and national debt. They are in this position because they have used the US dollar as currency, which the US have devalued through loose monetary policy without compensating El Salvador. As you can imagine, this has led to them using debt to support their economy. In order to tackle this, El Salvador have now adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. They've adopted what they and I believe is sound money and are educating their population on the benefits of using Bitcoin. In addition, they're attracting enormous investments into the country by building the world's first Bitcoin city. To help them do this, they have begun issuing bonds backed by Bitcoin. Alongside this, they are harnessing green energy by exploiting volcanic geothermal activity to mine Bitcoin for their national reserves. They're leading the way and demonstrating the true potential of Bitcoin as sound money with the capabilities of harnessing the Earth's energy. Many are skeptical of Bitcoin and will have stopped reading this letter already. There lies the problem. Many are not willing to have an open discussion around the topic to learn the true fundamentals of the Bitcoin protocol. There are many narratives about Bitcoin portrayed by the media and groups focused on alternative vested interests, which have influenced people's perception, such as Bitcoin is a bubble, Bitcoin is bad for the environment, Bitcoin is used for money laundering. I have spent hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours researching Bitcoin, and my conclusion is that Bitcoin is hope. Let me explain why. The UK just reported an inflation rate increase of 5.5% in the 12 months to January 2022, the highest number in 3 decades. This is a global problem due to the amount of money being printed, one that is not transitory and needs to be urgently addressed. I took the decision last year not to pay into a pension pot. Where is the sense in locking away my hard-earned money in investments utilising a debasing currency as their unit of account? There is none. To do so would be allowing this currency debasement-based inflation to compound in my pension pot's purchasing power over the next 42 years. For many my age, this is the collision course we are on, if our monetary policy is not fixed. I do not trust the government-backed money anymore. Therefore, I do not trust the authorities controlling it. However, one thing I do trust is maths. I am by no means a mathematician. In fact, I hated it at school. But I know that it can't be distorted nor influenced by humans. Bitcoin is built with maths, and over the last few years of learning about it, I've come to trust Bitcoin. It gives me a sense of hope that we can do better. Its hard cap supply limit of 21 million coins means nobody can create more Bitcoins. This makes it a far more superior asset to gold and certainly to any currency we've seen to date. Anyone looking for a store of value that is durable, portable, transferable, divisible, fungible, and scarce need look no further than Bitcoin. In fact, Bitcoin is the single fastest technology ever adopted. It's projected that it will hit 1 billion users 4 years faster than the internet did. Today we can't live without the internet. Bitcoin is here to stay and will transform the global financial system for future generations. And I want Scotland and its people to prosper from this technology. Scotland has the same opportunity as El Salvador to adopt Bitcoin. Maybe not as legal tender, but to simply incorporate it into Scotland's future by accumulating as part of a Scottish sovereign wealth fund. We are moving into an era of sustainability where oil reserves will become valueless. However, we are rich in wind and tidal energy, which have the potential to be used for Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin can be the catalyst for Scotland to go independent and lead the way for Bitcoin adoption in Europe. The 2014 referendum heavily relied on oil reserves, which will be valueless in the coming decades as we shift into a greener, more sustainable world. Oil can no longer be relied upon for our country's wealth, so what can? The younger generation gets it. They are leading the way in Bitcoin innovation and adoption. The misinformed narrative around Bitcoin needs to change, otherwise we risk getting left behind. I can only speak for myself when I say I would vote yes for a Bitcoin-backed Scottish independence, and I would like to call upon all members of the Scottish Parliament to start a discussion around Bitcoin and its place in Scotland's future.